I am so confused. Why are Democrats so stupid? Don't you understand that you had the perfect candidate? She was a veteran, still an acting service member, a doctor. She's a Hindu, a woman of color. I mean, she's pretty much everything you guys have been asking for, but because she spoke out against war, and the left didn't like that because they're beholden to the military-industrial complex. CNN smears her, the powers that be smear her, and everyone else just touts the same line. The fact that Republicans liked her means that not only does she have everything that the left embodies, wrapped in a beautiful package, but that also the right was accepting of her, not only her anti-war message, but the fact that she is a military service member. She is the embodiment of everything both sides have been asking for. Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard. It's incredible to me that both sides are given someone so almost perfect, probably the best presidential candidate that we've had in a really long time, if ever, and she's almost ignored completely. I don't think I've met a single person in public life that I've mentioned her to that has known who she is. And yet she also knocked Kamala Harris completely out of the race with a sentence. And completely bewildered by this. So all I can really say is someone as anti-political as I am actually donated money to the Tulsi Gabbard campaign. I felt completely compelled to support her, even financially, and I hate politics. I pay attention to politics. I feel that it's a know your enemy kind of situation. But at the same time, when I see someone up there who's actually speaking in a way that I feel is not just at me, but for me, then I feel compelled to do something to support that person. And that is Tulsi Gabbard. Even Bernie Sanders. To the Bernie Sanders people out there, listen, what kind of socialist has, 3 mansions and a $600,000 lake house? He's never held a real job in his life. He was on welfare before he got into office, and when he's been in office, he's done absolutely nothing. Not to mention the fact he voted against the Iraq war, but then he voted to fund it in the appropriations bill for it, which means he's a hypocrite. He votes to fund the war, but he votes against the war in public. But the appropriations bill, which was not held in public, he votes for. This makes no sense to me other than the fact that the man is a hypocrite. He knows how to play both sides. And I just think it's time for people to wake up, look into Tulsi Gabbard. You know, if you want someone who's military, who actually understands how our veterans feel, and you're on the right, well then she's your person. She's still serving right now. She is an active service member in the sense that if she gets called up tomorrow, she has to go. She was a medical professional. That's what she did in Iraq. So she got to see firsthand the devastation that was caused. And she's, again, on the left, a woman of color. She's a Hindu, so she's not your complete Christian ideologue. She's open-minded. She surfs. She gets up every morning. She exercises. She's willful, determined, and she generally seems to mean what she says. So my message to anyone out there who's willing to listen is look into Tulsi Gabbard, see for yourself. And this whole thing about her being a son toady, well, I mean, I think we know who funds that viewpoint. All right, because Barry Weiss is a moron who didn't even know the definition of the word toady when she was interviewed by Joe Rogan. She just is parroting lines given to her by the New York Times. She's an idiot. It's incredible to me, honestly. I mean, anyways, Tulsi Gabbard 2020.